And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken in at the 3. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Uses this stick, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that a very nice-looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now a first down throw, Fields. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Texans at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. One play action, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. In motion is Grant. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. In motion is Grant. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Cade York on now for the field goal. Will be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The 20, 5, touchdown, Houston. Justin Fields with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now here's the option play going left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And I guess I need to clarify. I said,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Grenard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Boykin from 17 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson. And that's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a wide out. When you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
To throw is Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this off.
There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And now the up man has it. It's a fake.
But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, 31 yards. And the Texans are back within a couple of the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Fields trying to throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got Jordan complete right side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Fields on 1st down. Open man downfield is Ridley.
Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Ridley, 49 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now,
he's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns.
Donovan Peoples-Jones, 38 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Samson Abuka in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Now Fields.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown!
Brevin Jordan
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion is Grant. On first down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Right back to Njoku. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jakeem Grant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Browns drive about to get started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on third down, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They'll run left with Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darius Slayton, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans have broken the tie. Point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the tight end goes in motion left. Watson off play action. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
147 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On 1st down, it's Fields.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Chubb will get the call, running left. And some room to run now. Shoves him away. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes Grant on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Powers through it. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. The York now for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Browns 49.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. they'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. Sliding out of the pocket. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. The communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
After the interception, here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a touchdown.
Jakeem Grant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 42.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
169 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fields. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Boykin from 8 yards out. And the Browns up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 2, Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Watson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down. And Watson's going to throw it here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking it.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. Open man is...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Browns,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered.